WF representing Palace, so let us tell you about Palace.
England football here is finished. Palace 2, Leicester 2. And I tell you what, terrible performance all round. Here with Tristan, thoughts on the game, mate?
It's awful. From the first minute, we were just non-existent. That first half was one of the worst first halves I've seen since we played Brighton back in February and lost 4-1 at the Amex. It was absolutely tragic. Like, we were running at them, got to the edge of the box, going backwards and sideways. We were playing too much out of the back. We were lucky not to get caught out. It was just abysmal in our first half to forget. Second half, you think the players would come out? And that and go for a bit more, but no, within 20 seconds it was, they're going to make it 2-0. It's like, I don't know what we were playing at. It's like, I've seen it so many times for Palace in the past under Roy and whatnot, and it was just shit. Fortunately, we got a goal back less than a minute later, but it was not good enough. Like, we had enough time to get a few goals in the second half to try and come back, and when we scored the equaliser, it was the 92nd minute. Fair, credit to Sarr coming on. I thought he was excellent. Should be starting more regularly. Got the penalty. I know Kamada played a part in that penalty, but it's just not good enough. There are some players that I want to call out because it's not on Glasner. He's a good manager. We know what he's capable of. He's being let down by the players who are absolutely fucking diabolical, Rich. Absolutely terrible. Eze was non-existent. Mateta in the first half was poor, but I credit him showing up in the second half to grab the 2 goals, so at least he's back on the score sheet in the Premier League. I thought Eddie Nketiah was excellent, just a shame he ain't got good service and that as well. Apart from that, defensively, we are in the shits. We have got big problems.
Let's look into that a bit, actually, because defensively, I think, obviously we know Jamie Vardy is a massive threat and stuff, but I thought we had the pace at the back to cope with that. We absolutely struggled with his pace.
Twice in the first half, Mark Gay was getting done. He got done for the goal, and then he got done before half-time by Jamie Vardy, and it should have been 2 or 3-0 to Leicester City. They had chance after chance, and they'll be ruining their misses. You know what I mean? They will be absolutely ruining them because they were the better team across the whole match. I don't think we were good enough, like I said. Defensively, we were just shambolic. I thought Maxime Lacroix, look, I know it's his first game, but he was awful. He looked nervous on the ball. He looked like he never played a ball. He never kicked the ball in his life. He just was off it. He couldn't communicate with him and Mark Gay. I had my eyes on them the whole game, and it was just chaos. They just didn't know what they were doing. Do you know what I mean? I get it's the first game, but it's not a good impression. I thought Munoz was absolutely shit. That this was one of his worst games I've seen from him this season. He got caught offside twice in the space of 5 minutes. He kept losing the ball. He was just like cuckoo land. He was just all over the spot. Mitchell did all right, but he was blowing hot and cold, and the attack was coming down the left-hand side a few times. I don't understand, we end the season last campaign so well with 6 wins out of 7, and we start this one. How many games we played? 5 games, and we've got 2 points. 4 games, 2 points. Lost to West Ham at home, lost to Brentford away. Should have lost today against these lot. Chelsea just about grabbed the point. It's not good enough, man. I don't think we're going to go down. It's a long season, but if we're trying to push for top 10 and trying to push for Europe, like people have this fantasy of us trying to get to for this campaign, it's not happening at this rate, you know what I mean? Or someone spilled the beans there, flipping hell. But no, I mean, it's literally, there was a trolley of beans, he just spilled it. But hey, I'm just absolutely just deflated, and I don't know what more. I don't know what to think. I don't know what's going to happen between now and the end. It's a big concern going forward.
Man of the match, if you have one.
I'm going to give it to. I'll give it to Mateta. He got the 2 goals, I suppose, isn't it? But just not good enough, and it's worrying times. I know we've got QPR in a week, should win that, but our next 3 matches before the October international break, home against Man United, away to Everton, and home to Liverpool. I know they lost today against Forest, but I don't know where a win's coming from. Should have done it today. All the hope and all the hype for nothing.
Yes, up the Palace.
Yeah, up the Palace.